Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today, I had an interview, two interviews, one at McDonald's, one at Walmart, and the one at McDonald's went really, really well. I might get that one. The one at Walmart, I got stood up, so after half an hour, I just walked out and left them my number and say, hey, I was here. Uh, but, and then I bought spark plugs and a spark plug wires, NGK wires for my car, but I'm gonna have someone else put them in because I don't have the tools. And then yeah, so it was an interesting day. And then I got back, but that's just what I've been up to. Um I'm trying to reach a goal where I can post a video every day for a year here on YouTube, but obviously I haven't been doing that. And so, I don't want to let my subscribers that I have right now. I really appreciate you guys. I don't want to let you down. Um, So I try and make videos as often as I can. Okay. But today, briefly, I just want to focus on the topic of how important it is to take care of yourself and love yourself, um, even like, uh, when you're too really busy with life. Um, Today, after I did all that and Um, I went and bought one of my favorite burger places. I bought like one of these burgers, and I haven't eaten there in a really long time, this particular restaurant. I remember I went there for my birthday a year and a half ago. So then I went back today and I bought a burger, and it was really good. And I remember I was eating it, I was thinking to myself, you know, I don't do this enough. I don't treat myself enough. So I thought, you know what, that's a good video idea so I could tell the people watching that you don't give yourself enough credit. You need to be, because I know if you're like me, we're very hard on ourselves. We take a lot of blame from people that is not our fault, but we just roll with it. And when we stand up for ourselves, we get punished for it, right? Essentially, there's no other word for that, so I'm just gonna say punished for it. So it's like we take it, or we stand up for ourselves. But either way, we get the short end of the stick. So we don't give ourselves enough credit. And I want to make this video, I want to tell y'all that you need to go and treat yourself for everything you've been doing. And I mean seriously treat yourself. Like buy yourself a nice dinner somewhere. Go alone, you know? Whether you're a guy or a girl watching this, a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. Go and get yourself a nice dinner. Um, I'm trying to think here. Maybe you've been putting something off for a long time, like you need a new shirt, or you really wanted a pair of boots, but you haven't gotten around to buying them. Well, just go and buy them. Treat yourself. If you're really good with money anyway, it's not gonna hurt you. It's not about the item. It's or about the food, or about the dining, or about the whatever material it is. It's about putting yourself, patting yourself on the back for getting up every day and knowing what's going to come your way. So there's good days and bad days, but for people like us, most of the time we make positivity even out of bad situations. And it's really hard to stay positive sometimes because, like I said, we get up and we just know that, all right, something's going to happen today. You know, whether we get disrespected, whether, you know, we get blamed for something, whether people are going to use this as like a, just fighting demons coming our way, right? And what I really forget to do is I keep forgetting to say, sometimes I say prayers to ward off these spirits that are just, but I come to kind of, I've accepted, actually a long time ago, I realized that, you know, I've accepted that fate where even if I say prayers and I, do all these, ask God to ward off demons, or I I say a protection prayer or something, it doesn't really work from my experience. There's always going to be something else that takes its place. Um, I don't read the Bible a lot. I'm not like a Bible junkie, but somewhere in the Bible there is a verse somewhere. Maybe one of y'all can look this up, but it's where like if you slay one demon, like two heads take its place or something, like it multiplies as you. There's also a saying that goes new levels, new devils. So I don't know, but it's not all bad. Like I said, I'm a positive person, so I encounter a lot of goodness during the day as well. A lot of things worth remembering, a lot of things worth appreciating, a lot of things like I'm grateful for, and I'm sure you have things you're very grateful for as well. But um, but yeah, people are weird out here. Not here specifically, just here, but everywhere. Like one of my previous videos, I talked about being the zombies out here, or not really zombies, but more of like The Walking Dead. And you know what? Y'all know who Jesus is. I'm guarantee y'all know who Jesus is on some level. This is great because Easter was just recently. And when Jesus rose from the dead, he talked to, I think it was Mary Magdalene, I think. One of those women who were, related to Mary and, John, the son of Zebedee. He said to her, why? Well, he said, why are you weeping, first of all? I'm just going off memory here. And the second thing he said was, why do you look for the living? Oh, it was the angel. The angel approached Mary Magdalene. She thought it was an angel, but it was actually Jesus. But he said, why do you look for the living among the dead? And I've been realizing I've been making a really big mistake my whole life. Or not my whole life, but since I've been a teenager at least, okay? Or a young adult. I've been looking for the living among the dead. And what I mean by that is I keep trying to see good in people, but I never seem to find it. So I just treat people like that anyway, default to that. But not realizing that they don't see me that way. They never will. And yeah. That's why I'm positive, but it's hard to be positive. Maybe you feel the same way. But that's why looking for the living among the dead is pretty much a waste of energy. So it hasn't happened yet, which I'm surprised it hasn't happened, but at some point, I'm going to be a very cold person. I don't want to be, but eventually, I have a feeling one day I'm just going to be super cold, mean. Maybe like Scrooge, but not as bad. Maybe that's not a good example. But, I'm not there yet. But I just have a feeling that one day it's going to get there. Because everyone's dead out here. Behaviorally speaking, not literally, obviously. But zombies and just that whole mindset of like, people are kind of brainwashed. Society brainwashed everyone. Society ruined everyone. And they don't want to, and the thing is, if they don't want to come to terms with it, because if people want it to be good, if they not want it to be good, no one's really good, I guess, but if people want it to be awake, they would be. So that's why they say ignorance is bliss. And yeah, they're not on our level. I've been called arrogant a lot in the past. I've had people make passive aggressive comments, backhanded comments about me, insinuating I'm an arrogant person. I'm not arrogant, I'm confident. And confidence is not arrogance. So I want you all to remember that confidence is not arrogance. So people think you're arrogant and you're like you act like you're better than them. You're not. You're just they think you're better because our behavior, the way we operate on another level, so people automatically get offended. And we're very confident people, but we're not arrogant. I think people who say that are the ones who are maybe arrogant or ignorant. Definitely ignorant. But anyways, I'm kind of rambling at this point. But thanks all for watching. And if you feel so called to do so, hit that subscribe button or comment or like. I always reply to comments. I try my very best. Unless you're like a robot or AI, then I won't comment. I won't reply. But anyways, y'all have a great night. Today was a good day. All right. Tuesday, April 21st. All right. Have a good one.